Hello, beauties, kings, and queens. My name is Leo, and you are here at the Illuminated Lion Tarot channel. Welcome in. This is my first video, so I just want to say with full gratitude to anyone that happens upon it, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for using your intuition to be guided to this video. So this is a pick a card reading, and the point of this, if you guys are not familiar, if you're clicking on this video, you probably already know, but just in case, we have 3 piles here. 1, 2, and 3. And then what I'm going to do is flip them over and then give you a second to kind of like familiarize or like ask your guides, whichever one you feel most pulled to. And you might be pulled to more than one, but feel free to pick which one you'd like after I flip them over, and then I will make different readings for each pile, and then there will be stuff in either the description or the pinned comments or something below, so that you can skip to your pile. Okay? Please know that my goal with these messages is always to assist those who need to hear the messages. If something does not resonate, that is totally okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Lead your life with love. I just heard Spirit say that before we're even getting into the reading. Lead your life with love. All right. Ooh, shaking stuff up. All right. Things are about to get spicy. All right, let's flip these cards over, okay? So pile 1, we have the Fool. This beautiful, beautiful Fool with this pelican on this sand, I don't know what you would call that. This like, not a buoy because it looks like it's made out of wood. But anyway, he's standing on this. You've got the moon in the background. You've got the 0 for the Fool, but it also kind of looks like the sun symbol a little bit too. And then you can see here the dog or wolf or whatever, it's in the water deep. You know, the pelican's like, huh, interesting. Look what you have done here. So that is the first card of pile 1. And this is the next card. We have Good Vibes. Okay, Good Vibes. We love that. So that's pile 1. Got this beautiful little panda just living its best life, okay? Pile number 2. The 7 of Wands, you guys. So we have this beautiful kind of pattern. These cards are very like, kind of like pointillism is what it reminds me of. I don't know if it is pointillism. I don't think it is exactly. But it reminds me of, you know, that painting, The Scream. That's kind of what this, or Starry Night or whatever it's called. That's what this reminds me of. So that is the tarot card for pile 2, the 7 of Wands. And then we have this beautiful, oh my gosh, you guys. Look how gorgeous this shadow card is. Oh, this pile, you guys are on your way to something interesting here. Okay. And then pile number 3, we have the Devil. Now notice this is definitely not your traditional devil, okay? We've got this beautiful snake, which some of you might interpret it as not beautiful. We have these amazing leaves on these trees. So that'll be really interesting. Okay, let's see what this one. Cleanse. That makes perfect sense with the devil, actually. All right, everyone. And now you might be adverse to some of the names of the cards. Try not to think as much to the names unless you're feeling intuitively guided, okay? But go with your intuition and your feeling and just ask Spirit to let you kind of figure out which pile is best for you, okay? So I'm going to leave this for a minute and go ahead and pick your pile, and the timestamps will be down below. All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, pile 1. I'm so happy to have you here. There are a few cards that wanted to stay face down, okay? But we have some that are face up already, so we're going to start with those. So pile 1, we start here with the 9 of Chalices. The 9 of Chalices. These beautiful cups with this sunrise. It seems like you're really taking stock of everything that you have, is what I'm picking up on. This is a moment where you're like, wow, I never realized that I had all these things. Like you knew you had them, but it didn't hit you just how grateful you were for them. Kind of like you never know what you have until it's gone, right? We have Temperance here. So I feel like you are bringing your sense of, and look, more cups. you're bringing your emotional self into balance so that you can really appreciate the things you have. Instead of looking at the glass half empty, you're looking at the glass as half full, okay? That's what I'm picking up on for this collective, for this message. Very interesting. Notice it is temperance, but notice how it looks like a tree and it looks like water. You know, weaving those two things together, weaving together the physical and the emotional is very important for your balance, okay? And it seems like you guys are doing really well. Like, so far, this feels very light. It feels like you've just come out of, like, you've gone through some kind of endeavor and you've just come out the other side, okay? I mean, we've got new beginning here in our oracle cards here. New beginning, manifestation. I mean, I feel like you all took a leap. We have this, right? This was the main card, was the Fool. You've taken a leap. And something's coming through about this dog. It looks like this dog's in trouble, but this dog's actually living its best life, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. In this situation, okay? Each reading will be different. Sometimes cards read differently depending on what's around them, but I'm really getting that, like, you took a leap, and instead of looking up like, help me, you're looking up like, I'm hearing, come on in, the water's fine. That sort of energy. Come on in, the water's great, even. 222 as I'm saying this on the timer. So I would definitely look up the meanings of those, but 222, when I see it, typically is a reminder of, like, it can be balanced, but it's usually like to lead with love, to think about, if you're someone who's very romantic and you're looking for a relationship, think positive thoughts about that relationship, right? See it in your mind, visualize it. This is so perfect. Visualize it in your mind. This might be my pile also. Visualize in your mind that relationship, what they look like, what they talk like, the way they interact with you. And don't get hung up on, like, okay, this is the exact person that I'm going to find. 303, as I said that. Don't get caught up on this is the exact person I'm going to find, but just get lost in the feeling of how good it feels to be flirted with, how good it feels to have somebody who appreciates you wholly and completely, not just for your body, but for your soul, for your spirit, for your essence, your energy, the way that you can light up a room. And I really do feel that about you guys. This pile, you guys have this amazing ability to walk into a room and just, even a dark room, and just be this ray of sunshine, right? And yeah, I know it's like very poetic, but it just feels like, and sometimes, I don't know why I said that, like, very like, ooh. So some of you might be feeling a little perturbed with this. Like, it might be a little bit of a resistance inside. But yeah, and we'll get to that in a second. But those of you who are not feeling resistance, congratulations, because it's quite a journey. It's quite a journey to get there. But now I feel like you're rolling in the good vibes. Okay? Let's see what's next, because there was definitely some resistance coming up with the visualization process. And just so you guys know, with this particular deck, which this is the this is the Prisma Visions deck, beautiful deck, by James R. Eads. Definitely recommend. This is the mini one, which I love. It was gifted to me. But yes, so this deck, I don't read reverse cards, mainly because there's not any indicator of that in the book that comes with this deck, but it also just feels right for this deck for me. Usually I do read reverse cards, but not with this one. Just wanted to clear that up. So, 444. So, we have next, whoa, did you guys see that light? That's confirmation. Now, I will say my lights are flickery every now and then, but I've noticed when I'm talking about something very spiritual, they start to really go ham. Look, they just dimmed again. Anyway, we have the Lovers. I was literally just talking about this, you guys. There is a relationship waiting to bloom. I feel like with the 222 as well, because 222 can also mean like relationships, finding love, like, which I think I mentioned that already, but Spirit's really wanting you to hear this. Focus on that relationship, not the bad ones that you've had in the past. Focus on the one that you really want. See yourself dancing, having a good time, feeling fun and feeling free. And I turned this over and completely forgot, okay? So there was a pause moment there. That's very interesting. This message must have needed to come first. But then we have the Three of Chalices. Oh, how cute is this? Oh, you saw that, right? Okay. The Three of Chalices, camaraderie, partnership, This is like having a really good time with your friends, going to a party, sitting and having a deep conversation. Like, this is such a beautiful card, okay? And I'm really feeling like you're going to start, as you're opening up your heart and increasing the positivity in your vibration and imagining your life the way you want it to be, not the way that it is now. Okay, you're really going to start attracting those people that just, like a magnet, are just going to be drawn to you and your energy, okay? And these people are going to be your tribe. They're going to be your good Judies, your besties, okay? These are like, you know, I'm going to say it, even though it's kind of weird, but it's what's coming to me. Mean Girls. Yes, the women in that film are awful to each other, but they're best friends. You know what I mean? Those of you from the 90s will probably get what I'm talking about more so, but like, these are your peeps. These are your get in losers, we're going shopping kind of people, okay? Like, you riff on each other, but it's with love. You love each other, you do everything together. You're going to find your people, okay? And paired with the lovers, I mean, you might meet this person through your tribe that you're coming into contact with, okay? Next, we have the Five of Wands, actually. Which is interesting because similarly, the Five of Wands to me has a very similar energy to the Five of Swords, which came up in the TikTok video that I did today. I'll talk about that later though. But very interesting that this is coming up right now. So you see there's kind of this struggle. It's very like combat. It's very like trying to hold on to everything you've got. This one is almost a little bit like, can I let go of this stuff? I'm hearing like, can I let go? Let it go from Frozen. You don't have to watch the movie, but maybe go listen to that song because that's popping up in my head. Let it go. Can't hold us back anymore. That's kind of what I'm hearing. So like, that's the one hang up here. And notice how it's over here on the left in the past position. So the Five of Wands energy, you have to know, baby, that it's not a struggle anymore. You are now at a point, okay, where you can let those things go. The things that hurt you in the past, okay, the mean things people said, that wasn't about you. That was about who they are in that moment, right? That was about who they are. Next, we have the Eight of Chalices. Okay, so a lot of emotional energy here. But this card is really beautiful because it speaks of leaving behind. And we were just talking about letting it go, okay? So this is like leaving behind the things that you love, but that you know you have to move on from, okay? And this doesn't have to be something crazy like family or friends. Now, if they're toxic, I do recommend cutting them off so you can manifest something better. That's just my own personal opinion. But this is kind of like, you know that a spiritual path is what's right for you, and you're heading in that way. You're saying, these things are great, but I know that I feel inside I'm being called, I'm being pulled, I'm being led to something. And it's all coming together full circle. You see how these swirls are all kind of going in the same way? I'm viewing that as like a trinity, a holy sacred balance within yourself of mind, body, and spirit. And that's why you are where you are now. That's why you've taken these steps to better your vibration, to manifest the things that you want, to bring yourself back into balance so that you can fully become balanced and achieve what you really desire, okay? And it'll be good, because when your vibration is in a certain place, you're going to attract someone who matches that vibration, right? Right. Now, the last card in the center, you guys, I left that card. I don't know why it wanted to come out sideways, but it is actually the Page of Pentacles. That is so funny. This is another card that came up in my TikTok reading. So some of you guys might find yourselves watching this video too, because that's very interesting. But the thing that I really love about this card, look how this vine is wrapping around. It's kind of like they're hopeful for more, but they're also still rooted to the ground. It's kind of like having that balance of following your dreams while keeping your feet on the ground. Head in the clouds, feet on the ground is kind of what I'm hearing. You saw that light, right? Confirmation. Thank you. So Yeah, this is really beautiful because I feel like this is saying there is a new path opening up for you. As long as you stay in balance, blend that physical and spiritual world together, okay? Marry them together. Oops, sorry, I'm knocking the camera around all over the place. Marry those energies together and you will see a change. You will see things starting to come into your life. I'm hearing pennies, dimes. I'm hearing someone might even bring you like a gold dollar coin. So if you guys find a gold dollar coin, random, not randomly, please let me know in the comments below because I am so excited to hear about what's going on with y'all, okay? So this is your reading, pile number 1. If you have any questions or want further details, please let me know in the comments below, okay? I will be reading them, and I might make a follow-up video or at least try to answer you in the comments, okay? Thank you so much. Go with love. You deserve it. Hello, pile number 2. Ooh, the energy with this reading is something else, okay? I can feel it. So welcome to the Illuminated Lion, and let's get started, okay? So a lot of these cards are face up, but some of them wanted to be hidden until certain times, so we're going to leave that where it is. We're going to start with the cards that drew you to this reading. So we have the 7 of Wands. This is a card that it's weird because I sometimes get really clear messages from this card and sometimes not so much. But I do feel like this is a representation of you like charging forward, okay? You're like trailblazing, like even though the path is very treacherous, all right? Like you've gone through a lot as a being here on earth, but you're still pushing forward, which I so commend. And 7's a very spiritual number. You know, that it might be like 7 years or, you know, the 7th person or the 7th town or 7 might be really important to you guys, I'm hearing. But just know that even if the trail seems treacherous, even if the 12 seems treacherous, you are on the right path, okay? You see these flowers growing right here? So even though the path may seem barren and difficult, there is beauty waiting to be found, okay? That's what I'm picking up from that card right at this moment. And then we have Shadow, which is this beautiful painted panther. And notice there are stars inside. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw the light. It's kind of festive when I'm doing tarot readings. But this is so beautiful. What am I picking up from this, Spirit? Wow. I'm not just, and it's 2 right as I'm looking at the clock. And then, okay. Oh man. I don't know if y'all are ready. I'm feeling this energy like something big is really coming to your side, to your aid, right? I don't know where that came from. Everywhere. But yeah, something really is coming to your side. I feel like I'm hearing you're being leveled up, okay? You're being leveled up because you've been so in touch with your shadow self that you've been able to use that. You're a transmuter. You transmutate things. Okay. That's what I'm hearing right now. You are able to transmute darkness into something beautiful, into light, okay? That's amazing. Okay, we're going to leave that there for now because I don't want to get sidetracked, but we'll come back to Shadow, I believe. 4 of Chalices is where I'm being drawn to next. So write down in order. And, oh. You guys might be feeling lost, okay? Because this just turned like this. You might be feeling lost. You don't know which way to go, and that's okay. The Hierophant. So the Hierophant with the 4 of Chalices is how I'm being told to read this. So very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, Spirit, what does the collective need to know about these? So I can definitely hear that you're kind of bored. But I'm hearing that the boredom is necessary right now. You're kind of in this middle phase where you're waiting for the next big thing to happen. But there's stuff going on in the background. There's a higher order to your life, believe it or not. You have some very special things you're about to do. So don't be bored or put out. Just be patient. And not even for that long. I really do feel like this is something that you're ready for. And listen, when you're ready for stuff, the universe sends it right at you, okay? And I think with this sensitivity, you've been feeling it. You know inside that something big is right around the corner, and that's why you're feeling kind of defeated, because you're like, well, I just want it to be here because I know it's there. But just know that it will come when the timing is correct, okay? So we are going to go into this Two of Pentacles right here, okay? So paired with the Hierophant, I really feel like you have been waiting, wanting, weighing your options, okay? Just really like, should I do this or should I do this? Both would be lucrative, but what really feels right to you, okay? There's kind of this juggling act. Like you're kind of pulled in different directions. It's like even this Panther here is looking to the past, right? But then the King of Pentacles is here in the future. Oh, very interesting. So what I would recommend you guys is to take stock of this. Really pay attention to this and ask yourself, what am I still holding on to? Interesting, because that was a theme in the last reading as well. What am I still holding on to that's getting in the way of this? Which this is pure success, okay? This is, you have what you need. You're financially stable. You've got everything you could ever hope for, okay? And you are living probably your dreams right now, okay? When this shows up, which will be very soon. You might even be a Taurus or a similar earth energy, because there is kind of some signs of that here with the Hierophant as well. I mean, we've got the double bull, very interesting energy. Try not to be so stubborn if you can, okay? And listen, I'm very stubborn, so I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just trying to tell you what I think you might need to hear, which is sometimes we can be so set in our ways, right? So set in our ways that we create unnecessary conflict. We create unnecessary struggles within ourselves. And that's where that shadow comes from. And you've been dealing with the shadow. You've been doing the shadow work. But there's still things that have to be taken care of. Whatever this is in the past, because look, it's right next to the Six of Wands, which Six of Wands is all about moving away from turbulent waters, moving towards peace and beauty, and realizing that there's so much more ahead of you, right? So something, your shadow is excited for you, okay, to get to here. But there's something over here that happened to you in the past that is still holding you back. Again, very interesting, similar message in the last one. So this is clearly something that's very important for a huge margin of the collective, okay? Let's move on and see what else comes up. I am probably going to draw a clarifier about this. Protection. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. This is probably my favorite card in this little guide deck. It's just so beautiful. Also, we have like what looks like the moon and stars here. This beautiful angel. So whatever this thing is, it's making you feel unsafe, like unsure, insecure. You're not sure if you want to move forward into the future. Confirmation from the light there. You're not sure if you want to move forward into the future because you're still thinking about this thing that happened. Let's get some clarity on that real quickly. I'm going to shuffle a few cards, and I am shuffling off deck just because my camera setup makes it a little strange. Ooh, these lights are really flickering right now. Okay. 3:33 on the timer as I said that. So let's get some clarification on this Six of Wands and really see what's going on here. The Three of Pentacles. Oh, two cards actually. Okay, the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Oh, I just realized you cannot see that. Let me put it right here. The Eight of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, you guys. Very interesting. So the Eight of Wands is quick movement, okay? And it may not be literal, but I do feel like some things are about to be like very shake and bake. Shake and go, ooh, do they still make shake and bake? Maybe somebody out there needs a good shake and bake meal, okay? Maybe you need to treat yourself. Anyway, the Three of Pentacles paired with the Eight of Wands almost makes me feel like you are going to be moving into a state where you are building something for yourself. You're building a foundation. You're building a new life. You've been doing the work in the background to clear your mind, to let go of the thoughts, look at the light, to let go of the thoughts that are holding you back, right? So that you can prepare a better future for yourself. Oh, the whole back of my head is tingling right now. Very interesting. So I'm almost getting like, oh, you have guides. You have guides, baby. And I think you probably know this if you were led to this video, but I'm just going to remind you. You have guides. They are angelic. They are light. They are there to help you and to protect you. Do not be afraid to ask them for help with dealing with this, okay? Because there's something coming, something on the horizon, and we talked about that. You can feel it coming. You're very intuitive. I can see that. But it's almost like you're very intuitive, but you're also I'm getting that you're very doubtful in some ways. Maybe because of what's coming through. Because of the trauma you faced in the past, those scars are still healing. And so sometimes when you think about the future, it's really hard for you to say, this will happen for me. This is going to happen for me. And I'm trusting in the universe. But the message here is go ahead and trust. You've done the work. You are not going to be in the same position you were before because you're not the same person that you were before is what I'm hearing. We have the 5 of Pentacles. You are not this person anymore. Instead of being desperate and begging for help, okay? And it may not be that. It may just be that you were too stubborn to ask for help, right? That's kind of what I'm picking up on. Instead of being that person, you're now this person who is willing to work with the universe and work with others. Sorry, I'm moving it around a lot. Who's willing to work with others and work with the universe to build something steady for you, okay? Something stable. And we have this 1 rose up here indicating your desire. So I think you're moving forward into a really great time, and I think it's going to be pretty soon because of this 8 of Wands. That's quick movement. It's kind of like the Tower. Something is going to come out of left field, and you're going to be like, what? Next card. Oh my God. I literally, guys, I cannot make this up. I flipped it over and it says news. I was literally just saying this. That's crazy. Does it say something on it? No, but it's this beautiful little love letter with this feather, which is pointing back towards your progress and back towards your protection. It's all coming together. So really just take stock in what you have and look at how far you have come and realize that you are the baddest bitch that has doth ever walked the earth, okay? Because this thing that's coming is going to be like unlike anything you've ever experienced before. And you're going to feel so much love and gratitude. It's going to be a little overwhelming. And I think that's why you've had to do all of this shadow work, because the universe is trying to prepare you for this thing that is coming. And can we get any more information on what this might be? I definitely think you're changing locations or jobs or like people. Something is coming in really quickly and removing you from any kind of negative situation that you're in right now, which I think you're just in the tail end of it. You're coming out of it, but because this is very positive overall, but you have definitely gone through a lot just to get here. And I'm so proud of you. Like, I know it's hard. I've been doing it. It's not easy. But once you get there, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so glad I made that decision. I'm so glad I took the leap and made it here right now. Okay, so right now the universe is working in the scenes or in the background behind the scenes. Just trust. Use your little jellyfish feelers like this card here to know that everything's going to be okay. Okay? All right. If you guys have any additional questions for pile number 2, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I will either follow up with another video or just answer your comments. And yeah, I'm so glad that you came. Thank you so much for being here. Much love. You absolutely deserve it. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to pile number 3. This is the last pile in the video. If you were drawn here, welcome. So this one is very interesting to me because we have some interesting imagery. So The first card that you were drawn to is the Devil, which is, in this deck, looks completely different from every other Devil I've seen. It is you have the red snake, right? Ooh, that light's going crazy. Also, sorry about my nails, guys. I haven't touched them up in a while. Anyway, you've got this red serpent, but also notice the winding of these red trees. And I think it's really beautiful, actually, the painting itself. But the Devil's very interesting because it speaks of decisions that we have made that have put us into a negative place. Yeah. That have put us in a situation that we don't want to be in, where we're feeling kind of like despair. We're feeling like we've been lied to, like life is a joke on us. But the thing is with the Devil is that you've got to wash yourself clean of that energy. Okay, we got the cleanse card here, which you were drawn to from this little guide deck by Angel Skog. And these are Prisma Visions Tarot. But we got this beautiful cleanse. Notice these lemons, this beautiful tree, and notice the tree motif here, okay? I feel like it's going to be really important for this pile, for this energy, to get out into nature. I feel like there's something else because nature, the way my inflection was. What is it, Spirit? What are you trying to tell me? Get out into nature. Not only that, but just take care of yourself. You really need to nurture yourself, and you know, the more you nurture yourself, the easier it will be to make decisions that are more in your highest good. The interesting thing about the Devil card is it's chains that we've placed upon ourselves. You know, this came up in a reading not that long ago that was about, it might have been my TikTok reading today, actually. Anyway, about letting yourself let go of the story of yourself. You have to let go of who you were so that you can start being who you really, really are. Okay? And what do I mean by who you are? I don't mean where you were raised. I don't mean how much money you had growing up. I don't mean how many countries you've traveled to. I don't mean what you look like. What I mean is what's true to you on the inside, your spirit, okay? There is something about your spirit that is just like this whirling, smoky kind of like energy is what I'm seeing, where it kind of envelops others. You are very powerful. You're a projector. And that's why this Devil card is at the forefront of your mind, because the thoughts that you think, they are becoming your reality. So it's very important that you cleanse yourself, do some shadow work. My preferred method, okay, is to get a journal, write down, you can do a little breathing or meditation before if you'd like, but just get into a place where you feel comfortable and safe and where you can speak with your inner being and say, hey, why, I'm just going to use one that I've done as an example. Why do I feel so, and this is very intimate for me, guys, but I'm going to admit it, okay? So that hopefully you can learn from this. Why do I feel so uncomfortable around straight men? And the reason was, well, we can get into that another time, but so then your inner being will answer you and will say, because XYZ. I think mine was because of my daddy issues, unfortunately. But it was like, you know, I had thought that I was not good enough based on the things that had happened with my father. So for a long part of my life, I was very uncomfortable around straight men because I felt less than them, okay? Let me let you know, you're not less than anybody, just FYI. We have the Judgment card here next to this cleansing. So I'm hearing that there's a door opening, whether it be a physical door or a portal or an opportunity, whichever, there's a door opening for you. This is 20. This is, oh, interesting. I'm hearing you and someone else. This is the time for you to really, really hone in and zone in on what you want. What is it that would make you feel fulfilled? And I'm hearing that it's a person. You might be seeking a relationship here. let's move on and see what else comes up. But this is the Awakening card. So there is something that's calling you, and you can probably feel it. We've got this Ace of Chalices here, so there's even more that's calling to you. We have this opportunity for your cup to runneth over. This isn't even a cup, okay? This is a fountain of bliss, of emotional security. And I feel like that's coming into your life, you guys. As long as you can let go of these thought patterns that you keep thinking, and I'm saying this with love, so please don't take it personally, because I've been there, done that. I'm speaking from experience as well. But it can be really easy to have a victim mentality about the things in your life. Yes, circumstances are bad sometimes, and people do mean horrible things, and that is not your fault. But it is important to remember that oftentimes we attract those things that we are thinking about. So if you are constantly thinking about all the terrible things that have happened to you, or how you cannot trust people, or how you are afraid to interact with certain people because you think they might do this, that, and the other thing, you are just creating this vortex of ick and yuck for you to swim in, and that is what the Devil card is about. This Judgment card is saying it is time to wake up and stop swimming in your own despair, okay? And it's a harsh message, but it's true, and this is what they think the collective needs to hear right now. So please listen, okay? Please listen. Instead of seeing the snake, that's why this card is so beautiful, you guys. Instead of seeing Satan over here, the snake, look at these beautiful trees. The beautiful oranges and reds and the way that they wind together to make these shapes. You get to decide where you want to be, okay? Next up, we have the Lovers in the same exact spot pretty much as a previous reading. That's really interesting. But that just goes with what I was saying, right? About how there is someone coming into your life that you have been asking for. But in order to get there, you have got to answer that wake-up call. You've got to answer that wake-up call. They're waiting for you, but you got to cleanse all that. You got to get all that shit out, okay? You've got to get it out. Where was this? So I definitely recommend the shadow work. And going back to that, you keep asking those questions. As soon as something uncomfortable comes up, why do I feel this way? Wait for the answer from your inner being, and then write, okay, well, why do I feel this way about that? And then your inner being will answer, okay? If you guys want an in-depth video on that with examples, please let me know, and I will be more than happy to make one, because shadow work is something that has helped me in my life more than I can even explain, okay? So I would love to do a video on it. You guys just let me know. Or I might feel intuitively pulled to do one. I'm being pulled to spin this, which is very interesting. Oh, okay. It's the World, which, lo and behold, a vortex. Interesting. So, Spirit, what are you trying to say here exactly? Remember that everything in your experience is you. And now this, I felt the resistance on that one. Some of you didn't like that, but you need to hear it. Remember that everything is you. You are God experiencing itself. And you can call it God, Spirit, universe, Allah, whatever you believe in, okay? But you are that thing. You are no different from that, which means you can have, I know y'all have been looking at this and waiting for me to talk about it. Y'all can have whatever you want if you allow yourself to. That's the key, baby. You have to let go and open up so that you can receive it. Okay? So that you can receive it. Don't let the past, we've got this Three of Swords here. The heartbreak. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, because I know what that feels like. Don't let the heartbreak of one person's really stupid decisions keep you from the relationship and the abundance that you deserve. Look at this all laid out here. Abundance, abundance, true love, right? And then what do we have in the middle? The Ace of Swords to bring it all full circle. So not only is there an opportunity for romantic fulfillment here, But we have opportunities for your day-to-day work life. The way that you're living is going to change as soon as you handle these. You're cutting the cord. I might recommend you guys look into cord cutting ceremonies. If that's not your thing, you can always ask your guides to help you cut those cords or cut those attachments that are taking your energy from you. Because I'm hearing that it's just a matter of snakes in the grass. Okay, time to cut the lawn. Which I'm sure was a saying before Mariah Carey sang about it in that No-No song that I love so much. Go listen to that song. If you feel pulled, if that that came up for a reason, go listen to that song. And please let me know if you get anything and you want to share. I would love to hear about it. But it's time to cut that cord. It's time to make the decision to better your life by releasing those things that no longer serve you. And then the world will literally be yours. All right, loves. Thank you so much. That was pile number 3. Again, questions or comments, please leave them down below. I will try to answer them either with a follow-up video or in the comments section. But thank you so much. Much love. You definitely deserve it. Bye.